up, guys? HTG Brian back with more Funko Fusion. Next up, Battlestar Galactica, Level 1 Story. It's the sound of Cylons. This is one of the very few franchises that I'm not actively caught up on. I tried to actually find some old Battlestar Galactica, but I struck out without having to buy a big collection on DVD, and DVDs are a little outdated these days. No, I'm just kidding, but no trophy achievements found in this. However, we do get the 3 Proto Blue Orb parts for the Sentry turret, which is going to come in super handy, but whenever you're ready, go through door number 1 and take a quick peek at the collectibles before loading into the sound of Cylons.
Oh, vediamo. Oh.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly missing my invite to these Battlestar Galactica parties where they got those remixes. That was a pretty dope remix of Knight Rider and whatever else was going on there. All right, before we leave the spawn point here, let's go ahead and wreck some shop, collect some vinyl, and of course, grab ourselves a drinky poo. Now, I've got a couple in the tank here, which I guess results in a higher mold rate. It seems like the more of those you have, the more likely it is to cost you more money. I still haven't 100% figured that out. If you got some info, drop it in the comments, but I recommend grabbing a soda pretty much for most of these levels just because you never know what's going to happen. All right, flip the switch, exit, and talk to the old robot tripod here, which lets us know that the lasers, that's right, we got laser beams. We're going to go ahead and shoot our lasers into these targets and keep on with the keep it on until it lights up the green circles above. Inside the door that we just opened, by doing that, there's going to be a couple of people we need to escort, as well as some vinyl, and you might have noticed I shot off the old wheel. We're going to need that wheel to go ahead and turn off some fire. Pick it up, go ahead and slap it into its place here on the wall, spin to win, and reveal a nice new pathway. However, there's lots of rubble and debris on the ground. Not Barney rubble, but just like rock rubble. We'll go ahead and take that all out now, as the people that we need to escort will not advance through that. So that should be noted. And as soon as we get to the middle of this area, you might notice a giant smoke cloud in the back. That is going to be a bunch of Cylons spawning to come take us out. There should be 4 or 5 of them. Now, I got a little ahead of myself here, and after taking down 3, I thought the coast was clear, and I went to open one of the blue chests to grab the first blue orb Protopart. But as it turns out, there are more bad guys, so I'm going to go ahead and slam dunk this guy into the mole machine real quick, turn around and errati the remaining baddies. You can see turns out there must have been 6 or 7 of them before we get a little freedom. So take those guys out, and of course, finish placing that blue orb into the mold machine if you didn't already. And then, of course, make your way over. We got to actually backtrack a little bit off to the right-hand side of our newly path that we found after turning that flame off. Should be the second chest. Now, if you were paying attention, in that first room we opened up with our 2 escortees, there's actually another blue chest in there. So we're going to double back and grab not only the blue orb, but start our escort too. Now, I left these guys here just as a preventative. You can choose to make them come with you and fight that first battle of the Cylons, or you can leave them here. Either way works. Now, I also found their travel cues are a little bit glitched out. Now, you can run really fast and they'll keep up with you, which is nice, but sometimes they get trapped on some debris or a wall, and you just have to leave the circle and then re-enter it, and they should sort of recalibrate where they're going to go. Now, you also notice that the red orb baddie popped up right there. He can spawn in numerous places throughout the level. In fact, we saw him spawn up top, where we're going to head here in a minute for the final battle, actually lifting a spaceship out of storage. It sounds weird, but it's true. We're going to do it here in a second. But basically continue on through the pathway here, clearing out any of the rubble on the ground, giving us a nice new pathway. Now, we get a little further down here, we should have access to a mold machine to pop out a turret. But before we do that, we actually get attacked one more time. This time they send in the bigger cavalry. We've got a guy with a shield over here. The blue shield is going to absorb a handful of energy before it goes away. You can see it's kind of glowing red now. The more you shoot it, the less it sticks around. But I actually tried to avoid it and get up close and personal. Now, the blue Cylons actually require melee damage. You cannot shoot them, so that should be noted. Trying to take them down. Now, the silver guys, shoot them, melee them, however you want, ground pound, it all does the trick. There's also a gold Cylon that we'll see here in a little bit that's kind of the old pew, 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 cha, cha, cha. You got to shoot them until they get the red X, and then you got to melee them until until it changes back to a red X. So you got to rinse and repeat that, and we should get through that pretty easy. Now, we've gone ahead and entered the mold machine and spawned a Sentry turret, which it is directing us to use so that it can go ahead and light up this, I guess it's a control panel? It's a weird way to light it up, right? You'd think it'd be destroyed, but it actually gives it power. Once the door is open, a bunch of civilians and Cylons are going to come down the stairs attacking you or blocking you. And we just got to wait patiently until they're cleared out and then make our way up top. Now, up top, there's going to be another smoke cloud, and this is where the big battle begins. Not really. There's not really a huge battle or anything. It's just another group of like 6 or 7 Cylons. In fact, it only looks like 2 or 3 in this one. There will be more up around the corner, and as a result, we're going to go ahead and recommend you not only spawn 1, but 2 of these Sentry turrets up here, and just kind of place them on both the left and the right side. Now, I thought by design of this level, these turrets were supposed to shoot the targets on the wall and pump up that power rating from red to green, but that doesn't seem to happen, at least not for us. But we're going to place one on either corner anyways, because there are some bad guys that are going to spawn, and the turrets will certainly help out irradiating the baddies. Now, basically what we need to do here is shoot those targets on the wall. There's one on the left and one on the right. Each time you successfully get it to green, it's going to actually lift up a ship out of storage. You'll see here in a hot second when I escort the 2 peeps up here. We got, what are their names? Boxy and I guess I missed it. Right as I went to go look, it changed on me. But you can see I went ahead and shot it from red to green. And it'll actually reset and go back to red here in about, I don't know, I think it takes about 5 to 6 seconds. Each time you do it, notice there's a ship on the other side of the wall that's actually getting lifted up just ever so slightly. Just keep on doing it. You probably have to do each side maybe 4 times, and it should lift the ship up and give us a nice access point to get our escortees into the ship safely and get them on out of here. See, I'm just rinse and repeating here, trying not to shoot the civilians, running right into my fire points. It's kind of crazy, but this is basically it, guys. Once you get the ship all the way up, the wall will drop down, a door will pop open, and you'll be able to escort them in. As this is story, we're not going to trudge around and look for any other collectibles, but if you are looking for some, there happens to be one of those eggplants right over there on the left-hand side. Oh no, we got the ship, but also some more bad guys, which, if you did what I suggested, you should have a couple of turrets helping you thin out the numbers. So we're getting pretty close here. I think we're got just the gold guy left. So pew, 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 cha, cha, cha. Pew, 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 cha, cha, cha. And again, you should see the numbers go from white to orange to red. You can see we're getting pretty close. We got one more pew, 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 and a couple more cha, cha, chas. And we are officially cleared in the area. So go back to the escort point, or the circle that is, and get them all the way to the door here. There should be a fun key. Slam it in the fun door and grab that crown to go ahead and get us on out of here. That's right. We'll go ahead and take a quick peek at the lack of collectibles we got in this video, but that's it for this one. Pretty short and easy. It's nice we got all of the proto parts now, so we have all of the mold builds. for the blue mold machine, which is feeling pretty good. So all of our story stuff's pretty much done did. We just have the 4 more levels to complete, and then it'll be on to preparing for fun play, if there is any such a thing, and then, of course, on to the fun play, grabbing collectibles along the way. All right, door number 2 is open, but we are officially done with level 1, the Sound of Cylons. Pretty cool stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, click the like button down below. We'd love to see you over at HappyThumbsGaming.com, HTGmerch.com as well. Got links in the video description. As for me, though, that's going to do it. As always, until next time. See ya.